don't question it. His ways are not our ways. She baby na unti hasie. But dear, she no ebia enina eye papa mau. Udi oni. His ways are not his ways. Enti uo pain no. Don't start blaming people. Blame game no, ebe destroy. Let's come together. Because ye name say if we are home and a the power so that by 28 no we are united. Once we are united no with a goal, you are going to win in 2028. Unity no here. Stop the blame games. Let's look at the future. But let's come together. If we come together, the party will win. At this stage, we're looking to build the party again. It's not about individual ambition, but let's build the party. Once the party is ready, we'll go for the main event. Madam Wasi,
constituencies. Ladies and gentlemen, now to the results of the 2024 presidential election. And the results will be announced based on the positions of the presidential candidates on the ballot. Mahamadou Bawumia of the NPP obtained 4,657,304, being 41.61%. Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. of the GCPP obtained 16,673, being 0.15%. Christian Kwabena Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement obtained 16,461, being 0.15%. Kofi Apalu of the LPG obtained 5,219, being 0.09%. Mohamed Frimpong of the National Democratic Party obtained 4,413, being 0.04%. Nana Akosua Frimpong of the CPP obtained 23,397, being 0.21%. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6 million. Let me take that again. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397. And I'd like to repeat that. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397.
With time, the political elite, and I'll say including myself, all of us who God has given the opportunity to lead this country, we have grown in arrogance and selfishness, and we have believed that the power that we wielded over the people belonged to us, ourselves, and did not recognize that it was God who gave it to us temporarily. So God has made us know that power belongs to the people. And calm, but when they have reached their limits, they will show you that real power belongs to them, and that is God who gives that power. And so, just as our colleagues in the MPP might be feeling very pained by their loss, it should serve as a lesson to those of us coming into government that the same stick that Techi has been beating with, Ghanaian people are reserving it for Ba. And I just want to warn them, it's not going to be a walk in the park. If you're not prepared to work and serve the people of Ghana diligently and modestly and with humility, then don't come. Just stay where you are.
This time no we are in pain. And yes, sir, I've seen many people in pain. Maybe I have an abiding belief in God. Inti minim say nyame nhihye, you don't question it. His ways are not our ways. Inti ohihye baby a na onti ase. But ade hihye no ebia ene na eye papa ma wo. Udi onni. His ways are not his ways. Inti who pain no, don't start blaming people. Blame game no, you better destroy. Let's come together. Because your name say, if you are young, and I had the power no mouth, and to just say, so that by 28, no, we are united. Once we are united, no, with a goal, you are going to win in 2028. Unity no here. Stop the blame games. Let's look at the future. Nyame shishede yemma nyame nyechuma. But let's come together. If we come together, the party will win. At this stage, we're looking to build the party again. It's not about individual ambition, but let's build the party. Once the party is ready, we'll go for the main event. Madam Wasi, Yameshira Munina.
Yeah, we used to do their campaign. Bibia na kofo yes positives nko.
Yeah.
Na pa anu ko di bi no na fe.
E na bibisa say ntomo ba ye na fe power ni ko di o mo so wie. Wo hwe amamu a MPP as a party ebu ya wa MPP party President Kofo MPP.
Ne shase no na nka ekofan.
Okay.
There bi no say COVID. Ade bi hu bi e ba no ka ho na afei. Ba ho no akasa Kofo do manage COVID ne ye.
Okay.
Ne mi hu ne ye but no actually no and an yamani be customer as an boy
to say
so to say bond market issues nearby to say cathedral send it's kukuru no me idea no na fe yantimi anje
na wo pene so say yensi cathedral
that be anya dey consult me
okay but the
cabinet no answer we go say bibisa akoso
but what say ye be si cathedral na wo say ade ehia na
me pacho utie se ne musiku na me dem ka se bi kura privately no mo dey
okay
and bom to akofa as government as dey but so we to me see yeah but we as say public resources no mo dey
okay
and kobubu banglos as judges na dey team but we as no ade as na team ansi
and na den dio
and bibi sa PDS bi so akoba no so man hu ye
okay
ntina aye bebre but me say na me ka me sabio marita kokra mtio na mehwe nti sa na dia bakoso mo wase wo hwe se 2016 landslide na the winning sa election na ba power na 2020 election na tensions ne nyama bia ba na fe e ba hang parliament here NDC battery here it took just one vote one seat in parliament to distinguish president there on your majority but now a reduced majority then 4 years later last year election anyway, not just a Ghana electorate, you cannot take
them for granted.
It for granted. Be a lesson to politicians.
So we said then MPP ni betimi as a party, betimi asan ejina wo na so.
Akuye.
Okay.
And my camp says my coach the Rocha, the chairman, the Rocha from 92 on that we are in a party doesn't mean we are friends. I may not like you, may not like me, but
so afidie da ha say ya me kai wo say ye to aba wo mayimu afimpinu ene aduonu nan na sabre na nadwoda suo mu sei ni ato aba na wi amade ache o na che say woni e beje atumwo wonum so a wonche wo ho ase wo mo a constituency se na mare ne enam we mare ne na chinye no gumu dendendende wo sa afia ba afi nkyere ba bo wani se pre afi nkyere ba eti si ato aba wie ni e ka se political party are ni elections no Ghana for ama 4 years a wa we ya be ka se 4 years no every wom 4 years na wa every wom mampani da adwene je kumkofo a na ye tie ni bie no wa bra wo kro na se mo di tudwa emfie nan no ehwadodo sa emfie nan ye hwa se ye di bi be ka mo se ye mfa bi nka mo ewo mu a na aba ewo mu a na akoda din se wo hwa ebi mu ni so kasabiri ni ebetumi aye kasabiri ni entumi nye baade ba akoso ne se ye be ye ni mfie numu o si ye be ye ni mfie nson ya be komprenu so ana mfie numu a be komprenu so no se wo ye wadwen se wo be ye dwuma wo ye wadwen se obeja legacy bia manchirima wudi sa 4 years no a wo ye dan a betumi aye bibi because 4 years no amu 4 years ni bi ana mampani dada ne bo be ye mampani oteso eye mampani John Dramani Mahama wotumi eja sa kotoka tem na 3 honomo wotumi ye dija Ghana fo no within sa 4 years no bi wa we ya de obeka so na say MPP di omuko 2 terms omo ba ye no first term no implementation of free senior high school no say yes ye pe bibi nne ne ye de akai mampani dada mampani na dodan kwa kufu ado a ye within first term no a na say free senior high school no be etin kan MPP di 1 term kura no a kenu no ya de ebetumi aka say aban no MPP abai eye dija nchirima eti ye betumi debate on say ebiri no sha wo say yetumi ye bi say bia ye be ye no 5 years o na frudu mpo anya hwe na frodo frudu kura nkwan na bomu a wo sa no hwiata anya hwe na 1 year na be ka ho no but as they believe say be ka ho a ebeboa enti nei abusua say wo kai na ba bia wo bia enen chese afrese afie atwa muo no na na Ghana ye Ghana ye ya tuwie ye obia hunu smoothness level obia hu ba bia na ogina wo mo ane researchers yi musa da nkwa ne nkrofo de ba o msi o de say wo no nyehu na aye enyehu na aye duru ho na fe obia hu so obi yehu obi nyehu na ni nyina ba bedadi eti abusua ne wo mu oni say yakwa abatoɔ so akoyi mampani foforo change aba abanya no wote so 1 year ni se wo ye Ghana ni na so bo nkompa hwe wachi se afini a yeto aba no wo bisa ho se okay ma mehwe mabrabom ma mehwe wo man no a metimwo no se ye ka se yato aba afini a sen ena ne masikura mejiri se wa wo ba ko mienu miensa bi a betumi abobɔ so mejiri se obetumi aka se ebe sidi no se sidi ni begina ne na so a ene obi na kan se me de me da se minni awo ne me ka se minnu anie se wo bi be ka so na Bank of Ghana for na etu sika gumuo na Bank of Ghana for na enye de atwa ye wo se ye hu ne ye hu no ne ye nimuo ne se sidi no atumi agina ne na so kakra ye nimuo no ye hu hwe kra no ne ye tumi hu bi no na mom se ye hu se eniema no baabi koye baabi so na che se echia eniema ni bi wo ho no mo a megidi se enei se ndisi amanyoko obi sa wo mo se e banka ni ane ensuo tuo na ye se ye betum na ye beto aba na nipa kro de be ye amanyosem wo be ye bi ubi sa questions ni bi wo ho no mo a na me free dada no maka se bibi ti se ye fa electricity se dum so na wanya kukuduo sa wo de ye politics no aka na we mabreso na we mabreso ento wo ada enei sa wo Public Utility Regulatory Commission fo asem a wo mo de atodwa 1st January bosom ye di kan ya fia ye besimu no ensuo ni anyina mo nkani ato no ye betum ensuo ni anyinam kani ato ya na tuisi mpanimfo aba abonten edabi ene mommodin ase mo mane maso sa wohwe afi yentum mu kura efa anyinam kani ano ho a ebi wo hono mo a woni pakro wo monitor wu hu yentum mu abemprense ekọ mpre9 de yatum bempre9 ekọ emprensa de yatum eti se genu ebosome ne da ye dikan se niempanimfo akan beye dwuma niempanimfo akan ebeye dwuma na se electricity yantum kura no wo hanche mu nkono ye 9.86% de ye betum ena Ghana water for de ena mu edu because omo hwe within the year no a dodo send wo de baaye omo no chese ba bi omu gina no 15.92%. eti se wei beto Ghana fo so na wo hwe akatua ntumu ye de madwuma ye fo na se TUC mpanimfo ka se daabi yantwentwen so daabi ba bia ye kura de na ni nyina no wo de mesefa bon kompo na hwese afinie ya to aba wabrabo mu tesen na se Ghana nka yesua bibia ka yenimunie ma politicians ejina so so mo de ye politics a enyi obi na beka akire yese wei wontumi nye enyi obi na beka akire yese wei na ho odi ntumi nsesa wei de eye ya Ghana fo ne yebesesa bi ese ye wo a wodi politics achi wo a waye wadwi so besua bibia free politics mu no enka na bibi wo honom na manyoni bi de begina wanim ka cho se wo de ye politics a enka woni pa kro behwe ni din na enya no so na abegina take decision when you are voting ni ekoso nyina no se politician bi ka kire wo se oh media me ba enyina munkani ato ye ntum ensuo to ye ntum wo beji tumi an yo be ka kire wo ne se tumi ni kita Public Utility Regulatory Commission wo mu na mra amma wo tumi se wo hwese nsuo ni anyina munkani ato no ye tum bra no nsakira ye tumi ebam enso sa party na to opposition a party ni betumi aka cho so na ba we de watoto nsuo tuom watoto anyina munkani atoom eti se du se wo to waba edu se wo pa bibia gina so take decision a eniema e wose wo hweso no ene ya yato abawie ene ya afia bai no wo hwa brabom wo hwese ne eniema sikura me gidi sandi si abai wo mpanifo che ebo bebre ni o matumi aye wahu ni o mugusu ye wahu ni e wo so wo tietire wo hwa atimi ka se we die enye sei na o mo kan no we die na minsusu se o mbege ni sei ni nyina no eye wanimsem ni ehia pa ne se na wo ye Ghana ni a wo besua bibi na wagina so ato aba wonko gina se asomasi meme ye chini meme ye santini meme ye boi so no ato aba na mom ne ye beboa wo man Ghana because ye hase die o man we ya yatimwo no wansa amanya atwa ye ho ahia nyina ku na koso amanya atwa ye ho ahia no wo de hwese ne omusi ye omonema na fa besi Ghana hase nyame adi ye ho afofi omo ya na atwi ye ho ahia basaniema bi wo honom ntotoye bi wo honom na esese ye ya so yonko abogye se hia no asansu asiudie ho ene hwe benidie troka ya wo nkofo nso so ma ye eku no se akoso se nkoso wo hwe no wasua bibia firim because oman bia ni ho beka se ebibire made menyini se oman bi betumi aka se ye mute se ebeba se nipa bi afatuo nipa bi da bi wontoto ya wo beye wo bambo a wo bayirimu sene wo betoto sikasem sene mabu na wo man nu benya dwuma ye ni nyina na ebeka ho bi eti wo no se atwa wo ho ahia kora na wonim se when it comes to me security me secured eba mabunu eba same sane wo same ye mentoto ya ma ye ni yie eti ye ntie nkeka bi ye ntie nhwe bi keke utie ni wahwea bibi afirimu eti abusua nwumre yesi adwan no se ye ba ya ye nante sie tie ye bo amanyoku a ye to aba wodi ntwopoto ewo MPP amanyoku no ene ye se parliament omugu so kan omu city no so mbe kwa ni mu so mbe be kire omugu so kan because e wo mu a se by election pass ya ye by election wo magi mu na ye se ne oti opposition ene ye se bantima kora jama bisi agise nyam hu ommobo eti kwanda idea ye ebobo ba nese parliament pending for the nkrata akoma electoral commission seat ni ye vacant eti electoral commission ye moabo awo ho eti ne onimonyamfo nyendam ne mpanimfo so ombe na court decision ne yanyintumu na parliament so de onamfa oye ne yesese woye eti na ye behwe political party MPP amanyoko no after elections no 1 year ni mpanimfo se bosum ye dika ya fie besimu no ene wo kwoto aba na wayi nipa a wobedi amanyoko nanim sane ye won constitution ne ka se woti opposition a ebre sese wodi yi nipa obedi amanyoko nanim na emom wo yi nipa no hwan no wode no eba ene utie ohene ba ku iso de ani ode ba ode be tom iso de nyasam keto akwowe no krobeso assume kwantwi buasi akohene no wahu ayu assume hene de ayu ode ba ye wo ne no akwowa wo ne no ende onana ejama ejamusa dan kwa kurom no ana ebe ukrom be me microphone ma me abusia anwumre ye behwe MPP amanyoko no wo say akabosome ne kakra na se abatwo no aduru so wumpo ombeto ena ne ebesi su benya si ne ebesi ne obedi atem ne o mente ase beyire ne ho but delegates no take a decision on the 31st of January 2026 it is a delegates need take a decision na was say yehuo ene say ye ka se bosome ene nne kakra MPP amanyoko no bekwa akoyi nipa obedi amanyoko nanimu a enhwehwemu a info analytics fo aye ene die en asem na mekan was yehuo ma ye bebre ne ewo mu am say ya NDC de ewo mu ana NDC fo abetwa bo mu na we de mo boa ene MPP amanyoko no de na ye hwe yensaka kofa by ya wada info analytics ano owura musa dankwa ewo fie ha anwumre yi yenkontabuo no a jadankwa ma memo afishia pa sam ka afishia pa no a wote ase se woto abade a na se yenyina o microphone ya sam ntihwiu da bi mpacho koba ko no homa me koba ko no ma sem ni hia mpa anti edin de na che se ebe ha dwen mpacho san kasa na me hwade
afishia pa
I comment better we no ye eno eye me da se pa say ye to nsafre wo waba because emfa ho unim se wunu anom de dan a oya wo be adapatwa ne de minim say wanya ho akotade ye hyewa dade atade hyewa ebeba eti ye be koi no na wo de no se etoda bi ono mu a wo ye ntem me bi wo ho no mu a na che se ye twan a okra de se be di 1 week kra timi ye research ni bi de ba enti we de e ka se aye ntem so far ejada nkwa ye ka se ye hwe research hwehwemu ahoro a wa ye since ye to abani wie ye na MPP amanyoko no ka se ye pepe nipa wo bedi animu a wa ye research dodo sen ewo omo contest hu
yo medasi service do be pre yo bakubia no every 90 days 90 days or 3 months mbeka ya first one by January and we by April and July
January na say this year no
this year and September December you go so nyanwie no yani Ghana for nyina na dinkita ho na ebisa omadwen se hwan na o feel se nanka MPP you know abefata ene Ghana for any delegate but since and this MPP for announce on date no yaye additional one and no just among the delegates no kwa so ebe hu adwen a ewo delegates for omotrim any adwen a ewo Ghana for so trim sometimes when you compare say ekofa kwa na say we nam ha na we nam ha so anything I MP for do at times sometimes very regular maybe a month I think from September no I MP for the every month the ban is up to January 24th na to then
up to January 24th
a week before the primary school
okay
the last one beba and on I bet so predictions no the last one we need a raw number they go by the last one, January 24th, no, yeah, the last poll number, and also will contain our predictions.
And then research no survey no keke predictions
because obekaya DBI o mo mka se wo men kanchiro minimum men kanchiro ontumi nye predictions no enyi omudie mfiri mu ena e wo mo a mo se o me de minyanye madwen even a day after October no because was be undecided okoha be decided was say yetumi tinachiri ne ehwe san krofo no aba no ombeto ne sen even though was sick on country and I say me minyanye madwen no obeto ne sen o hwa your questions be bra ebisa om before I bisa say obeto ama hwan inti say ye kikrea ye kofa akiri ne ahwe ni mu ya odima on this question no. Where do we think he would vote for? Where he would vote? For example, a question be to say, who among for can say the candidate back second time a beboa, who for us one own for us. No, say me for us. Ubsan say, what to my house me undecided. So. Tama ibisa first question na e man adwum say e wa bisa no another question wachiri also we o faso we so me faso me undecided woni ndo beyo ha intine say dru hono a na numbers ni enye very clear be fa chiri akohwe o madwen on certain questions na e dia rani a modular e be chire say odru ho obetuno say
Udu ha say no bekono. Ebusiansa fe no abi e wa fidi abani ni shuzumedie so enie ebraso ene ye ne owura Musa Dankwa na asi adwaba Facebook YouTube a ye damu live wo ho Facebook no Adom 106.3 FM a wo like no wa share na de wa dwenkyira to ho uko YouTube a subscribe ho so Adom 106.3 FM no na producer seta mechi loyalisto wo kwadwofojo na jamretwum akowu a ene wo bo michidom ne odematum live wo Facebook na YouTube so Edward Teta Daroma na ma menna ABC game fo ase oni ehiansa wa dial *262# *262# obone say wi a 3 letters na u choose 5 Ghana cedis na wo de to wanhwe yie nyame adu ho afofia no kura de ewu ahwe yie 1 million cedis na wudie bronyai wu toto ani hu babi ade wani egba ABC game no *262# eye twabi a we agora yedi ne yedi sika ebe fie nya agora yedi boka no enye bi enie etudu hu hyemu a aboawo ena Franco Trading Enterprise wadawroma Nokia phones na bi wo ho Samsung phones bi wo ho no ena smart TVs Franco air conditioners chest freezers washing machines sabiri kura yesi bosum ye twatwe mu de oyim sa achede ewom etukọ ho na atọ niema no a Father Christmas ye chewade ama niema tumi akoyie medin ede akua boachewe Adom frɛ me ABY a mejo so meni owura Musa Dankwa executive director Emma Info Analytics na asi adwa anwumre Agya Dankwa waka bibi sɛ monhwehwɛ mu no mutumi yɛ delegates ansa na mabɛyɛ nipa wo mamu no so enyina minim ne enti a mo yɛ ne sɛ because delegates na ekoto aba no eti say ye focus on nipa take decision a nke delegates no ba ne wo kan minim say bia mo pese mu hu say okay delegates be yi ne ye hwese Ghana for so be dia tuma is that the reason
Inti usually so we a delegate e kire say o mo delegate amanfo adwen ahye wonsa enye obia na betimi aba MPP kunu mu aba member inti o mo delegate obi ena di nyansa na hye wonsa nse o kwoto aba no a o so hwe bebi a o party fo no gina ana o man ne gina
edom ni gina ti ayese say delegate say parliamentarians
so o mu koyi ba ko inti no ebeboa se obeyi obi a o man fo no begina tum obekaya ku focus bi o say we obi a Ghana for begina tum and that comment is still valid.
But from researcher why yɛnhwɛ the previous one na we year before elections no who said delegates no in taking that decision no omo take no into consideration say oh yɛhwɛ ne Ghana for pɛ and I say based on say there be ye hu ne say we ya bredodo ye hu ne say we na party no ye pɛ no from near wo hu research why ye no but hu ne say delegates no decision taking no
a mix a binimu just the party no interest and I been so much say na Ghana for nyina say mo pe ha and ma men tun ko say e bi asan ba ko wi ni a e be easy amayen say ko man no nyina na ko campaign be boa but normally it should be where genuine Ghanaians want you to go. Now the problem is genuine Ghanaians no e bi includes NDC4. So about NDC4 now, you don't know. So are they genuinely or sincerely wishing you well? Can I say? It's ideally so we started this time. Maybe the best is to discount NDC4 Adwin. Not here NDC MP before any floating voters. Omo more independent minded, omo diabolic. So what I say, and as a way NDC so discount to MP voting. Next year NDC for any floating policy, and no more wow chance will be used the entire total because a be NDC for no agenda and MP for some agenda, and also we are very careful how we use that data. No.
Eti yenhwe ne data esumwa ode aba MPP towards 31st January abato yi obeto ayi kanifo nipa dodo sen da bia me asemo etoda me pese me bisa fa research no the sample size nipa dodo sen delegates because you know the delegates dodo ekoto aba eti mu dodo sen na utumi ene wotwetwe nkomo na breben na sa research mo ye no
interview nipa say 3,500
out of
plenty 217,000 delegacy.
What's in the panel saying
217,000 delegacy. Maybe 210 old album.
No, near Mumu to me.
Sample 3,500.
3,500.
Yes.
Okay.
Now 3,500. No. The reason why you choose that number. Share free 210,000 delegates your system no so. Any cultural system itself, you perceive any 210,000 people. A sample among 210,000 delegates. Me ni part of door or send me on my interview at the moment. But me perceive me have 99% confidence in the work I do, plus a margin of error, maybe 2% or so. It is a way, and I have parameters are nipa doahi, and a factor say minimum ending kita minimum. So the formula will give you the minimum sample size you will need to have 99% confidence and 2% margin of error. So that is how you work out the number of samples you need to engage.
Okay.
And so about 3 more because a margin of error and confidence level depending upon the number of interview. If you were okay, say 2% margin of error for us is okay because the gap between the leader and then the opponent, probably about 10 times the size of the margin of error.
10 times.
Yes. And she said, oh yeah, ne gap near just 2%. Now margin of error 2%. It means anything can happen. In which case, no, so the margin of error about form by 1%. And also, it means the risk is too close to call.
About 1%, margin about 1%.
Now the gap is clear around. It means it to be too close to call. You cannot really predict with accuracy because anything can happen on election day. But I said margin near 10%. and a margin of error 2%, you can sleep and say this person will win. If you have done your work properly. And another thing unique for us in this, the 210,000 people know. How do you determine who to call? We don't decide that. Your system was me here the 550 or Ashanti region. A big cook Ashanti region numbers no are a random simulation where you back with them out. Say free Bantamo, a free Bosomio, a free info you don't know until the name pops up. Very random. Open a crash or the same thing. You don't know where the person will be called from. But at the end of the day, no, but who say the number of calls no a bit free constituencies now a big population. Into share data no, I won't say always at the top will be very simple. This constituency is very simple. The Ashanti region. Oh God, we're finished.
Florida na.
There be oh, let me check. For the end, I'll let you know. And then the largest constituency in
Kwabri area.
Kwabri East. We say because they're the biggest. So it follows the same EC system, no. And so we are confident. Say, feature numbers, no. I'm free with stronghold and we stronghold. Random based on the parameters na no. And say Accra there, it be here about 1,000 no, randomly frame. And the more a constituency has numbers, no, the more likely it will pick a number from there. But I make sure to say I call people from all over. In some cases, no, we say we are Ashanti region, maybe are about 3 or 4 areas we call in free. For example, for Mina, a very small constituency in terms of population, into Omuswa. So the machine sometimes don't pick them. But it gives us confidence out of 47, now after 45. Come on. It gives you confidence. In the Purle, out of the 276 constituencies, no, we're able to call people from 267 constituencies.
267
constituencies. One of course, a call.
A fact constituency now, and then say constituency we na across 16 regions.
Yes. Only 9 per NMC. So all your predictions are, say the numbers were randomly chosen. A randomer not consistently amount that number. There's no way you're gonna go wrong. If you know why they haven't got the tools to do this. Some of the researchers now the needs system a random simulation. So yeah, thereby I mean we're quite confident we've done things right.
It is obi enyu near sani da bia ha me no share me be say and say nipa no an wo ye no ho.
Absolutely, because look, no matter how you insult us, they hear and say, did they get the results right? Don't look at the person doing the poll. Look at the numbers. Work with the numbers.
Yeah, sample size and send your wedding kind amiati asieno. The questioner mubi nipa no. Say nipa 5 no one abeto mano na say na musibisa amasa because
in fact
questions so baby sanu so be ma answer.
Oh yes. Look, we are very careful and clever in the way I bisa questions, no. And starting from asking you who would you vote for. In fact, the first question is MPP is going for primaries to elect a flag bearer. Do you believe, after the primaries, no, there will be unity in the party? Oh yes, no. Now, it's controversial. Near the second one. If you must say who candidate now more than a compreneur a Buama party in the winning elections. O Faso and our own Faso. Also, what do you mean Faso? What do you mean Faso? Being Faso have no opinion. Near call. Nebisa will say, do you have favorable or unfavorable opinion about the following candidates? Into ABY, near about Baumia, Do you have favorable or unfavorable opinion about him? Oh, favorable. Oh, we unfavorable. Oh, favorable. Sir, Ubia, Ibsen so unrated these 5 candidates. You are maybe so last abana ko 2 years or 2 months. No, I can't tell. Na fi Ibsen say abaya ko 2 years. What you say? No, I can't tell. Before a bedroom hono, na Ibsen a question man oh, it's man de question now to say oh, where the ebeboa. Into my bedroom the main question hono. It doesn't feel say it should lie to you. If you go oh we the main person make catch it, but it be very nice to you. So we the symmetry. So also binyanya madwe me twen say e be hia candidates no na ya tie omunumansem ansa na ma decide. Na bisa was say decision I will take here no. Did ethnicity and religion play key role in who you are voting for now? So there be. So I yeah hunina. I'm saying so what do you fear him? Obadi mso we obana obema uko school could draw ahead. We are Muslim and we are Christian and I'd say niaji. We are ethnic group be niaji. Analyze the results no based on so many angles. Inti you share overall no why na the most favorable candidates among them. You found proportion say we are favorable maybe 91%, unfavorable 2%. So near ya 95 no more. Not 1 year plus 93%. We because we no opinion no you find the anchor you didn't change. So we take the favorable minus unfavorable. Near the net favorability. We are you see the most favorable among all the candidates by percentages. In the current poll no we say Baumia or say 92% favorability.
Baumia for no.
Favorability 92. Ken 83. Into uti 93 ne free 92 free 83 more. Ubehu advantage about Baumia war over his rival. And that one will give you before you even get the who would you vote for. The more sign say who will lead from here.
It's in just from Saturday ye kita Monday no. The election no is between Sani Pamienu Canada Japan and former Vice President Dr. Muhammadu Baumia.
Yes, sanity.
Inti nipa be miensa ka akire no de se wo hwe gap no between say nipa mienu ni omo ewo akire no a wide and I say obi ye close to omo
wide wo hwe overall yanko how they intend to
vote. Yen hwe data no bo ma ye na hwade
Dr. Baumia ewo 43%.
E kan nyina bom
omo bo ni din 43%. Omambo Ken ding 18%. So gap no between Baumia and Ken 25% gap. And a Brian 5%. Yaw Edichum and a Kobna Japan they are under 0.5%. So roughly. And a 15% say Omunim the Ombetwamba Omon country. Yes, 15%. But 19% say only undecided. I think on Bayer Madrid say Thomas Messi and us Messi. Overall. But we share regional breakdown work. Baumia a lady in all the regions except Volta region.
Baumia lady baby region.
Except Volta region and Central. In Volta region, Kennedy a lady 44% to 35%. In Central, no, a tie. Baumia 33, Ken 32%. In other regions,
Ken region.
Yes. Eastern region, no, Baumia 40, Ken was 10, Brian was 10. So Brian Nick Kennedy at their face war Eastern region square at the moment. But almost say maybe undisclosed a dozen. In I have 14% undisclosed. Ashanti 20%. Bono 15%, Bono East 6%, Central 12%, Eastern 18%, Greater Accra 19%, Northern Region, so Northeast 11%, Northern Region 12%, OT 3%, Savannah 24%, Upper East 1%, Upper West near zero, Volta Region 3%, Western Region 22%, Western North 10%. Omo country. Omo very dangerous.
Yen country for. It is enka obi ye campaign na ni ko nipa bi ho pa ye yen country for no.
No, omo de men say time omo ho because omo na monka. If focus on omo say me undecided.
Undecided for.
Omo na you can go there and try and win their hearts.
And men country for there. We're taking a decision.
But you know, yes. Ono untimi sana dwen.
Eti ye hwe nipa num no. Wo se enye ba ko na maye na mayi modika ye bida no. Nipa num no. Hwan na ne mma no so etie se ye ka se ye hwe efri bra mo hya ase ye nhwehwem no. Wo se obi wo no ma o se o nipa we o appreciate ye kwa yanim no appreciate votes no ase ye kwa afedi amanfo gini tumba. Ena obi so on ma si o ne de so te eno no se ye de sa data ya wo de ato on ye nye comparison kakra na ye nhwa de.
Unfortunately for MPP race no. Some of the people are gaining grounds initially. Brian Champo. In the last but 2-1 no, he made some gain. But Baume has been losing ground consistently. Sometimes 2%, 1%. He's been declining. And Ken has also not been rising. In the last poll, also declining here. But what is happening now is that Omu free Omuha no more undecided.
Okay.
Omu free ubi ho enko binchen.
O free one no about better and baby.
Absolutely, and that is the difficulty other candidates know I see. Normally, so be free, but me hono ba unchen. That's a very positive gain. One gain. We free ba unchen. One ko be unchen. So or undecided and undisclosed. It doesn't help anybody. If you know a free Ken ho, Uncle Baumia, Uncle Brian, no akwa share undecided. So you can't really see who is moving what. But another way also you should do the same candidates in the last election. No, in a general freeway camp, akwa. And I know you can see.
And you know say oh sure, say it here.
At the moment, Baumia Lusu about 11% of Omo Tumano to his rivals. Be 5 echo 4 echo Brian ho. 6% echo Kennedy ho. 1 echo Educhum. So Baumia has lost some numbers of his own vote compared to last time. But 15% say Omi undecided. Almost one last time. I feel say Omi undecided. And now 4% say Omi undisclosed. But 71% say almost at one be.
Yeah, wo ye wo mu ani ate and say wo mu ani ate. Oh, na we ye free Baumia camp. Oko Ken camp. We ye free ha. Oko Brian camp. Eti no reflection na
ye yes. Oba Kennedy Swab will lose 5% of his vote, no. Echo Brian. Will lose.
It can on lose to Dr. Muhammad rather Brian.
Where take me Boba. Say almost 4 candidates. Kennedy, no, he move 5. Echo Brian chain. He move 1. Echo Educhum chain. He move 11%. Echo Baumia chain. But Baumia lose only 6% to Kennedy. But Kennedy lose 11% to Baumia. And to share among our Free Kohanwa, Baumia up about 5% plus.
Okay.
Nipa 6 if we Ken ho. Nipa 5 if we Baumia ho equal Ken. But Nipa bear 11 if we Ken ho about Baumia chain. into Tifima, we will say Baumia or +5 advantage.
Okay.
And that's the reason why he's still leading. And also the reason why he's leading, so back to the question we asked them, do you believe or do you share the view that the Wiba second time a party no win election? About 59% say yes, GD say second chance no boa. In San Crofono, second chance for no, more free Ken or Hono, Okoba man channel. Because Ken na oye obia nakoda. But Bamen nakoda. So that advantage no would annul to him rather than to Ken.
Eti na che se metinia wu kan yase a na ye tete wo monten ebi obi si o we ne kasa nti we ne ne yo nti mamonto ma no delegates ni decision no from ne wu kan na say enye hokora na omo hwe say we kasa nti ana hono de man hwe ho
no
because say who can baby a wo boy say you repeat candidate no
any a question be say because now at the time no you call poll it was the issue between Ken for him Bamia for
oh can the time na everybody
oh I think 21st November
okay
and there was a back and forth so we wanted to know say do the delegates believe in those assertions now oh yeah then it shows yes they believe in that assertion. And they tell us, oh, Omaton did that. And over the phone, they tell us, oh, Omaton did that. It's never easier. Or say did that. So the campaign message is now more kono. It do a while to assume now omo repeat it. And that is the reason why I believe say Baumia has the upper hand because among for most people they believe say second chance no help the candidates.
And ne yakabo so me ne kakra se ne wo ken minim say if it's a big one me said the last one will be a week before the elections. It's more research the survey no more bear saying was some way answer na election ne do ho. You I come you
e be about around 21st to 24th December. Bronya ya.
Okay.
Now the last one so around the same time January.
Eti se yehwe ne wamayati Oshe Dr. Muhammadu Baumia baby a wogina Owura Kennedy Japan Dr. Muhammadu Baumia percentage say onu kita 43% na Kennedy Japan 18% from sabri kosi sen ye beto aba no ensachra ye bi betumi aba
yehu some changes over the period Baumia I think now around 47 I want delegate and now next to kakra 43 so he's lost about 4 points over I think 3 or so months of time but 4 points no you say any very sharp as you say he's going to lose another 2% in the next 2 months he'll still be around 41
tinese be den se nipa 4 no obetumi overtake no
and Osha mama say omo here undecided that we be on a ban or ban 50 10 will be a and mama say oh me undecided no omo about 19 into be here be a 10 pe across I can 9 pe in fact so 41 now be can 9 pe
I can
9 pe so I think from polling perspective no say be here some because now Baumia has to fall all the way to around 38 37 we do that number one then you can see say we see the on here be run off but the rate of decline
if say be kwapem say ye beto aba no say ne ma no sutimi tia be dru be 38
and there will be trouble for him
okay
he will be in trouble no doubt
but so to me appreciate by be 9%.
So maintain maybe even 44, 45 no crown. I think he'll be comfortable to finish in upper 50s.
Okay. Hwɛ be free mu aba man for so the adwenche ni bi aba. Ebusia safen wa bi e wa fidi a. Ye hwɛ MPP amanyoko na bato anyame ya Adom abosom ye dikan. Afi a ye besimu de toso aduasa baako empenimfo be kwa akwoto ayi candifo no info analytics executive director ene no esi adwa ye hwɛ hwehwɛmu currently hwehwɛmu a wɔyɛ no bosom ye twam yi ena wode eto ye nimu na se ne hwehwɛmu sɛ ne wasi abobɔ so anya dagye ayiyi ne maako amayen so wo hwɛ hwehwɛmu na ese Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia ena lead with 43%. Ena Canada Compreko Japan 18%. Dr. Brian Champon edi honomo 5%. Ena wani aka 0.BB omuwechiri sana ade enete. Say enete. Eti obi ani abere denden na utie obi aso kasa o ye ne ekro ye ne ye di nkunim but obi ne kan say job day grounds. Eti eduru honomo na se delegates no sei no mo beto no dia Mr. Dankwa so ama yehu se bibi betumi asi se bibi ye bibi na bibi tumi si a ene betumi aba so se bibi foforo betumi asi bibi aso ansi a ombekọ manim salvation confidence de ayi ode aba wose akua edam live wo confidence tv anwumrei yedemu live wo honomo chia watiefo emame etiefo ejo so anwumrei minu aba ma etiefo ejo so confidence tv for kopari so di biaba wose bi wai se wa kache Mr. Dankwa ma me se wo pa omi meti wo bibi ho so e de wo de nano na eka omi enko beti me pesa me ne tonchia se Canada Japan be wini emfa ho ne research no eka enchi ato abam na say adekura wa ade tonchia no me ehu ne ode be tonchia no na ye nkwaye nim ikopai mensa de o so no minim say research na ogina so kasa usade but so wo tonchia hands down or the brofo aba Ken is winning hands down say opa omi tonchia Fred Sasa Kisiedu o say Ghana politicians eja ene ode aba abetumi ena Eugene Ansa o say bi why medamasepa akuapem mampom ena yetie unu team efi yeso kwunte so o say MPP national chairman incoming Boacheja kwakua tonkra emami incoming for no pelium o say bi why ene topic manage ho papa my imagine say metiesi mehwe e wo Dwapon Volta region ena mehwe wo ede efri Dwapon ena metie wo ehwe wo efri ena kwadwo frempon kwadwo yo mate onkra no mate wai se ne wani asi abere ho anwumre no mate medase ye mpem enko ye ni so wadwenkyere oba Facebook YouTube a obetumi e de adwenkyere ni bi ato ama ya jebre akenkan e de amaw o say ye Facebook o say ye YouTube na Lydia Jane modi ayi ode aba o say bi wa metie mo na unim me research ahoro say amanfo be ye survey on be ye den bibia betumi akoso but MPP amanyoko no na da bia me bisa me ho say Oma ye ready say to me ombeji ana because candidate omubeyi no se party na nkasa amoabo awo ho a ehwia ene ne opani beka nipa bi ombeyi ni bia no I don't think say bekoye ede amawo eti media ka menko a ka party no enye omunya dwuma ewo amanyoko no ho enema a wo mo gidi se enkoye no ke no ene wo munika nhwe kora ansa na omaba ne ekoso David Techmenson o say akua still Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia ena ekro chia Aisha ema me papa Aisha ejo so adum Yesu o say bi why me ma good evening mejo so o say BMW bearing MPP chese o say MPP o say MPP den awie tell trouble for trouble fu be twetwi so amame anu atwetwi a metimi akan adom Yesu domie domenafa ebra o si today eneye 8th ma kehwe Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia eberin yo mate me de ma kense de se mo na mo kwoto mo abanti se ne mo amunim se bia mpesa motofa no eno no ye mo ankasa mo adwuma eno no ye mo ankasa mo adwuma na ma menko Mr. Dankwa ewo fia sei Mr. Dankwa me ate ase se aka mienu aka 7 no 2 ye wo se eba eti omoye ba ko na fe a week to the election so ba ko asan aba bebom ni nyina no se ensachaye bi ba ɛne yɛbɛhu baabi a ɛkorɔ ɛti sɛ wowie ne sɛ yi a wode ma party for no anaasɛ wode atum
upe ahwe upe yiweni
upe yiweni umpa da petwe bia o
ana pa de wo ye de kra be ba nti no ne de ya ye kra do it's normal it's normal, yes.
Na sanya wasi akan delegates na we no focus no was on delegates nkwa na ye ne won atwetwen enkomo na omasem a omode aba campaign na aspirants nyina nam omoko messages omode twidwa ye woni e all ka say me na me sponsor party no in the onu kwa da nye 2024 nko no oka elections akoso ye kan mo a sponsor party no a me sika na mu edu ye wone wo ho ene ye wone ono so se me ba mabunu no memo adwuma aye ene ye wo ne ono so kyese o me de muhu ne ye ba aye no me boa mampani ma ne ye even though say ne ma ni bi anko ye mi aso me wo madwen a me de eba ene ye wo integrity for no so wo ho no mo ne omo kyese integrity ne hia nti ese no hu kwa integrity no ehu hia wo mo kyese message no obi di akofom apart from say oh ye di we yakọ eti yen sanfa no nko no the message sekita wo mo no kofem
o share all the campaigns that obi akra ne strong points that feel say strong point sometimes no omo ye omo internal survey omo hu points are a better man for soon and so say obi bo one side of the drama say oh na me say na hold in the war o share baomia I mean lately the abia omo feel say second chance no okay I can nine pay I think it's to drive home certain messages and as confirmed by the poll no I think that one has a sway at the moment. Now we have not tested any of the other messages at the moment, but what I can say is issue about ethnicity, tribalism and that thing no I don't think it enthuses anybody.
Okay.
In fact we shared poll a year recently, the October poll no one almost say ethnicity and religion are important, 13%. But November no it's what about 4%. It was in the same period now account for the issue the buy no and the reaction from the poll literally said they didn't like it.
Okay.
That is why even though before it was 13 I dropped to 4% and 9% drop in the unit of people who say number of people who say religion was important to them. I feel must say important. So I think the campaign must respond to that kind of feedback and maybe stay away from those kind of commentary.
Eti uko yese me na me free ha me na me sumuni a unipa kronet se ne uko nsuo gu krachi.
Look, I mean omano bedun pempensu bi I think those religion and ethnicity will weigh very little. Or share the current voters now Gen Z really omunye that too ethnocentric and religiously conservatives. They're going to be very liberal. They know which may am I. Let me see what you can do. Let's see your track record. Not about where you are from or which religion you practice. As time goes on, those issues will become mute. So almost dwell on it, they will just sink their own campaign. They have to be very, very careful. And almost say you need everybody to win election. Whether you are can or not. If I can find you one side as MPP, now I'm one of our MPs, so there's no way you can win. You won't win. And now, not for so one side, now can fortune one side that. If you're an MPP and you're from the north, you're going to play that card. You two, you not win. So I've always said to them, they have to have a bridge they can cross. They shouldn't burn the bridges. You need both the north and the south to win, regardless of who you are. If you are kind of alienate one side, you are losing, and there's no point doing that.
Because they say into me myself will be say region bi beto ama me nko a.
No, I don't care. No. And one thing is that look, the regions are changing demographically. Even though a Ashanti region, there are a lot of northern folks there in the Ashanti region. I mean, say, na Ashanti region, manya this number because yes,
migration across.
So things will change. Accra has say those things don't work anymore because we'll be our happy. And the bigger Ashanti region grows, the more diverse it will become. And we have seen that already showing up in Eastern region. It's a diverse region. Akan for ho, Angona for ho, Gadang before ho. That is why MPP nearly lost Eastern region. Even in some here, at Wajiri, Abebo Akramu. So you see the influx of Accra demography into some of the Adwajiri. It's changing the dynamics of the constituency from purely Akan to cosmopolitan. And that will bring changes. So Ukoda, Ubinyana Masadia Faunase. And the same thing was what happened in Domi Kwabinya. Yes. It has changed demographically over the years, over the last 10 years. So the other part of the Domi Kwabinya, that is expanding. We are having more people, settlers coming in that area.
Dom Kwabinya de ne sene na eba so MPP for ankoto aba no MPP for na ankoto no asesa from say MPP for nko na e wo constituency.
Absolutely. I expand it. We take it from Ashoman, Agbogba, Abloaje to Aboko beside Noah. One assassinate that. So people are coming to build and live in those areas. Domicile hono why ma achoku. So there's no growth. Apart from 17 now, 18, there is no new people coming in.
Okay.
And see, every time I'm by a register, I'm looking to say the other part has additional people on the register than domicile. Taifa North, Taifa South, Domi West, and Domi East. The number of growth almost 17, 18, because there are no new houses being built. Other side, there are houses that are being built, developing. People are coming. More. Yes.
Where ye MPP dear na minim say NDC so wo de wani ahwe ho no mo a because NDC soon say afekura de ne eba mu ne say oh ye repeat mampani a wote so yi a na ebebo ayen chairman so aka chairman of the party aka say NC
da
say ye beka say mampani ote so nsan ko party no kure ni adwen mu ba mehu say wo de mpanimfo bi aye service ni bia say eba hayuna jusu ne erikopoku ne omo maka ye wuwo eti yenhwe NDC so no why ye bibi wo ho no mo currently
Nina just like MPP. Yeah, be from April, July, September, and now. The AN say obia enchoro this obeko. But etititi. And from their actions you can see say we the say this obeko.
It be started campaign underground.
So if I bia either say they are credible, they are more their figures that can contest, and I believe what we've seen said by their actions, I think they are going to contest. Pure speculation, but based on intelligence and understanding of the Ghanaian politics. Into over time, names like Julius Debra, Asidun Ketia, Haruna Idrisu, Eriko Poku, Joshua Alabinomo, Professor Jenano Poku, Ato Forcing, and the rest has featured. And I ran some permutations just in case certain people don't run. What is the implication? So we share a recent poll. I think in the last one. I think if I don't know what. Let me see if I can see that one. Now, yes, Haruna Drisu was around 30% among all voters.
Nani pan here saying,
About 9,000
possible candidate.
Yeah,
No,
and then the panel,
candidates, no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. Now, how you know do 30?
Almost 30, 29.8%. General Mosquito 24.1. Atuforce 18.4. Debra was 10.3. Ablakwa 8.1. Eriko Puku 2.5. Joshua Alabi 2.2. Amakofibua 2%. Kwame Iwadakun 1.6%. Spiro Gabra 1.1%. And Oko Vanderpoy 0.1%.
So Vanderpoy there.
I tell you, you change it. So we
Baba, they inform me with decision in choosing any power because if you on my I'm like, oh, say with their uncle. So with I don't think so.
Yeah, now feel say uncle.
Because Ubebo Okuchenche. Na ubo ewuadako and ewuadako okay ebia region
some of
no nebema na yes okay
yeah for be of region and hear the effect of that person in that region o share Spigabra we was show interest that wakoda oh no they say hey share you so some of it is based on history it be based on our own choice so that we say the effect of that in that region. For example, we share Joshua Alabia Wakoda. We still want to see say what need to more how will Accra behave? Would Accra do anything different? So
there's a regional balance no taking into consideration.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We share word Aqua. There was nobody from Ashanti region. The infant to nation Ashanti region from very active. We share Debra, chief of staff, in on there. Ghana Ankasa and after forcing on country, but as finance minister is a very big portfolio. He should not discount himself from the race. Then we have General Mosquito, the almighty General Mosquito. We've seen very likely he hasn't ruled himself out. And Haruna Su has shown interest. He may like to put his heart in the ring. Then we have Amabua from Western region, just to see the effect. And I change and Eriko Puku from the Bono area as well, and Ablakwa from the voter block. So you didn't ask him just to see whether the numbers would really make a difference based on regional balances and past performance.
Okay,
now moving from there.
Now we know. Possible say, oh, yet to draw ni pebi attention. Say when ni abawo. Oba ebeye yama.
No, opinion poll there. Been draw be attention. But obi amo me pa. The thing is that a twofold advantage. Obi wo ha na omo won say what chance call.
Okay.
Eba obi hu say chance am kan nyina it's not backed by any data. We or grounds ne say amount for nimo because you see before I'm be used as a party leader. People should know you. You don't come from the back some corner beat to come and lead a party. Mr. Manford Nimua, delegate Omontumo.
And we know your party for and as a Ghana for
where Ghana for it gives you a fair idea of where the country stand on the potential people are who could run for NDC like Baraship.
Near who can you Madrian call near Okaye with the MPP DNS. They say a bus say where the person is coming from the religion a man for a no a coffin because kakanenoa and kawakra we research on ka umfa na do sumam because of where he's coming from and the sitting president so baby a free ba say in the north ka obi abeka cho say hey there be Ghana for beka say and where the bia mo bi ni bi two people from the north there enye possible even though say obi beka say there be a savannah eso I had to say bono near halfway. I say ya chemu. Nina putogum hwegum enkwanse kuro no mu. Eti from near wakan say uwie yepo how na dusu na lady.
Yes.
And no be see sa asem no so hu.
Yes. So sometimes no was some notion be say oh yes, you say north ebe diamond nationally in terms of because Oka account for vote with the Bomwa is far outnumber only there. So what I say. Since you know, Omakaso Muhammadini dear, it's not going to be fair, say, Yensan Farmer Northern Abium. Even within the NDC for no, or more blocks, or more Northern block, or voter OT block, the Dangbi block, the Akam block. Into the Omoshia no Ibako, Jina in my one you. Ubi answer, okay, why name for money bium? Into say, Omo Motifonos, or Mapin say, some fan of Enkobioma, they can do that. The question would they do that? So you can't take Adom Ibesu out from the beginning. No. Well, you have to test the validity of that assertion. But from this, nothing say, even though so they account for the vote in Kaboma, they will outnumber him. But he still has a third of the support, which is very massive.
Because Nipa was shot see 2 million year chairman or catch the party say me na me kwaseda ya to abawie aba no moto ma party no man to ama say nipa baako nti e was a party no na dase na hwe the style ya de dase a uti e cha ne obeka say as a campaign ewu wahu ti nanka me ka say bibi say beba no na ono no na kire say o lead.
You see, when it comes to politics, maybe o ya ebe mawanya vote. It was we are a bet 2 votes no so.
Okay.
We hear perception at the time. A month for Philly say campaign or there and it's too early.
Okay.
Say too early, it means a beha a bino for which is part. Instead of winning vote, no, was not costing him vote. Among almost the with the emphatic. So the data shows actually or static. Thank you, Tono. He began to drop in the poll a bit.
Emfa say or the message is I'm doing it on behalf of the party.
So you see, I'm on for a smart promo. I'm for a smart. I think it was perceived to be campaigning.
Okay. Nti no no. This answer was slow down kakra.
Yes, so we now slow down.
Nti say fufuro bia ba ebia nsacha ye bi betumi aba.
Oh yes, I think we will see some movement in the numbers. And what in the last week, it was an element of the poll now based on web poll. And we send a question amount for social media so that they can complete online. Online for me, online. We are seeing a huge shift among people on social media and who they think should lead NDC. In the last online poll around September, let me just get the data right. We shared that data now. MDC4 na Haruna Drisu in a leading with 27% among social media followers. It's not far from what he was about 3 months ago among all voters. On social media, he's around 27.2%. Now, Sid was 23.4%. Deborah was 13.8%. Now, at first was 13%. Erikopu was around 11%. And Black one 6.6%. And others here 4.7%. In between that period and in next, there has been movement.
Okay.
A big movement. And that movement has gone solely to autoforcing.
Hey.
Because
autoforcing.
See, every poll has a time stamp and event stamp. Between September poll and December poll, one major thing happened.
I didn't see it.
The budget and him going around to explain the budget and to engage with people. Our event are shape how the social media poll is looking.
Now say the positioner ye de mao. So ambition be say oh after this person ne kono minya meba ye ma strategic position bi a etumi help eboa wo project wo.
Absolutely.
Samum
Osheswa, the finance minister. He is the one who can go to market and talk to the market women, listen to them, and he will not be seen to be campaigning.
It's nice atofo sen ministry no, the finance ministry no wono aboa project no.
Absolutely. And share what has happened in Mahama administration economy meboa. All the praises that are being sung was built on the foundation of economy. And who is in charge of the economy? So Abuano, he gets the credit, say, oh no, and why they are at the moment. And the budget time, he had a chance to talk to the country. He was on TV for how many hours? Uye wantina fako, no namaha, no namadum, no nam oha. So he goes around and he explains himself to the people. So among for are beginning to discuss him. And among the other candidates, why na this akunya wakoran ayena juma office the voters. So the position is very, very important. So Enuna Amana jump from 13% in the previous poll to 27.9%. He is now leading on the social media pack.
From 13 to saying?
To 27.9.
Okay.
So you can see, sir, you can link his performance in the poll in the period to what he was doing during the budget cycle. But one thing about him, no say, succeed in the TV from say cream.
On then na ho adin gina city no so. Economy. Na ne esane be fa hari na edusu a education eniema akoso from the computer placement to now wasi results aba eni chese computer placement niema ba akumienu ankoye parents ebo jadede wi achi no beka say mu ayedin kakra enu free ho no mo na wasi so de aba bebom na BC so de so ba ye so saa eti eno so betumi anya effect wo ono ne so
o share those results na the foundation of this result didn't start from him. But what would affect
say placement, no?
Oh, and he's responsible for the placement. Around there, he's responsible for that system. But in terms of WASI performance and a BC performance, say almost started from year. But I think what would affect him is generally the feeding. The school for car. He will be responsible. I mean, and also going forward now, he can't claim that, and yet only because you've been here for 1 year almost. So everything that happens, you must respond for it. I think education normally have issues during the admission phases. Cyclical. Another event, to go quiet. And then his talk will rise.
From near who can say, where is it good, say, Unipa crow war ambition, say, o party munipa or bay you free one more, minya mampenia media. You don't take any position, cry, you sit somewhere, what them, send your baya, that chimbu yes, a walk, quiet, yen bibi, and find you, and I say, you need a track record.
And also, you see, you are going to face the voters. They will ask you, what is your track record? That question will come over. And that will be the main question they will ask you. What are you bringing to the table? Gen Z for no. Look, unti pejo binsa say debi. Show your workings. Enti na o share omo take back seat in government, omunye front runners. Also, me a senior advisor. See you be a front runner. No. A word a very good young man or a CEO, and a minister, and I say MP, hopefully become a minister. He will be in our faces every day because the ministers that they be parliamentary questions, no more answer, no more, maybe some questions, and it builds you up. It prepares you to be in a position to lead. And in this modern era where people vote on what they see, you are always there in their faces. Oh, my TV as well, forget it. Oh, Master, you are done.
It is so because I made a radio MP, TV MP.
Oh, no, no longer, because see, the world has changed. The social media is now the mainstream media somehow. More social media. Also, no bias war. Radio, TV. So,
and you lay back and no,
no, it doesn't help anybody. You will never lead. You will never lead. Obi anymore.
Abusua safen wa bie wa fidi abani ni suzumade so eni ene yani Owura Musa Dankwa na asi adwa executive director info analytics onso de oba wonim se eyanhwehwemu a waye se ye NDC se ye MPP na MPP for na wonam ho apaso me se wo mo na aka kra bi na se wo kwa abatro so wa ma ye hu senka nei na ye to aba no se ye nne ne ye to aba yi a enka Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia na elidie na Canada compare kwa Japan to sumienu ansa na Brian Champon aba ansa na omo aka no so edi akire bi eti ne ewomu no but NDC amanyoko no so yedanya na watwetwa mu ma hu se amanfo ahyase den eti Owura Musa Dankwa minim se wo ne survey a wo beye no wo de mampani oteso obeka ho de a if say near
in Wadaji,
because near a man for day banner were chilling and commodity coso and
we're not gonna get involved in that one. David.
So on quite the moon for him,
or see uncle. So why do you force him in? Or see uncle. So why should I waste my time, sir? But at a point we'll do that. That point, will be at the point where MPP has their flag bearer, and this has flag bearer. At that point,
my flag bearer,
yes, it's for a reason. Because we want to know, say, I'm passing like I'm gonna finish Uncle Tema. At that point, whatever the poll is,
What decision, is it, say, person be encourage, say, or be caught that term,
no, see, uncle.
Na say onu say de enye ne edikan ya yetibie ni wa bre ba say olusu the last election you call ya anye ye so ka say wo mabie
but eno constitutional issue.
Okay
we are constitutional matters,
say personal decision there.
Yes and we constitutional matters. Law say he can't go for now, that's a law,
but it me amend the law no
in court. So why should I waste my time to go and encourage that? But you answer be every EC is process so the move on. Almost me agenda. Me agenda.
Person be set agenda. Unya agenda.
Debbie.
Setting man.
Debbie.
Okay, Martin ye wo kana say. But say ye wo kana say dachi bi wo ya na ye de ahwe.
Yes, because see who say he had the chance but he didn't take it.
Okay.
That's what we want to show. I say he didn't have a chance at all and he didn't take it. Yem pese beyek na they encourage certain thinking. So what must say? At the point NDC for you candidate, MP for you there. In fact, the most important one is the NDC one for the NNA party. At that point, we'll do it. And we'll ask, would you have loved Muhammad to go for third term?
When say we are okay, a basic question and beside you say nipa no a we o mo NDC mu survey no fa o mo ho no. O dey draw be attention ana. When say near o ka che me che say you don't want to encourage bibi say be draw nipa attention crab. That means say the nipa no here draw attention.
No, what I'm saying is that we need a constitutional matters.
Okay.
And it's I don't mean illegal for him to say because third term.
Entu kra we survey na illegal.
Absolutely. Yes.
It is any way galamsey.
Yes. Well, Imran said he cannot go. For now, there's no any other law that gives him the window to say he will contest. So I don't want to be doing something that's illegal.
We should run with Adam Qua and not water no. Watch your baby a quayon or fast year research and set baby or train a drain echo. Also on person baby be a year illegal. And she may be a woman to now or the white drink abba because me near me tea from last week, I was like, hey, now we know your agenda bang on us and you're walking. Oh, the Bemua, Danya, Ubekasa was set agenda. Because baby a free so Comodia be Koso Weche. And then the appointment of new CJ. Any baby at the end of the moon, and so big a canoe de Bessia. Now, man for a yen with them, then they own. Mempem was and me to say. I wish you had been channel any or man for Eddie Biaba, who so enter maybe atum. Now do I drink chat, but we Musa Dankwa, medical dia true and executive director, you that info analysis and no, and I ne, yanino a see a dra ewo burning issues mediation. Master planner Junior Kentampo or CBY. Many or Musa Dankwa a ya drain, ewo near all kafa social media e hono. When him say, abattoir me my imagine say me contest ewo me contest communications director so open Kentampo ne monom noe wo say me nkuro nketo anumu a amanfo ani gi omohumi a omani gi papa na anim ne ye omoka wo yete udin Adom FM wo na send message ko ho that means social media no a me make good use of sa network no medium na boa me papa it is social media no de no nko de me ni owura Musa Dankwa ya adwen say wotena ase ka won sahye wo damri fam yes oh me de me konipa na so na me de nye social media asem a wa hwe ya ubedu dok no ekwa we master planner Junior Kentampo a wo peposu communications director ewo Kentampo ena Erica Meyaw ose bi wa mechia mo mehwe mo efida akoman nyame enkam ho nkan so ho chasa nan so di biaba ose me so mehwe mo fi agona homadonko ebi wa nyame chira mo hwa wo so Joseph Tete Akolabia ose bi wa dodo na frame Joti me wo North Kaneshi na kachire papa yi oka papa yi dia na chese eye owura Musa Dankwa asem na okay o se kachire owura Musa Dankwa se nipa no a wabobọ omudin ewo NDC mu nyina no omo ye perfect na emom me de me twan sami jamfi na no ama wadwen wa good board am wadwen wo nese ni enka ebuno ni ahafofo no ko mo aye me ensa because o sha se free ahafo se maka cho se ye chemu a still na nipa no kokọ ho no mo a omo no mo ye omade bom se buno ni ahafo bom ohu eti ka yebenya asiedu nketia yabenya erikopoku and then samidemfi so de erikopoku kwa onkoda ni omu ano no be me na this erikopoku kasa wonko na politics there anything can happen. Godfather and Godson
eduha na agita
minim say Godson betumi ye Godfather ma
na edu time bia Godfather wonyi ndu ya father we de enye nkrofa kansi we nkolan kansi
say o kai ni ngo pram ni ngo pram
ni ngo mugabi
afede one ne bana ya kati ntonta ya me fa ne kansi eti bibia tumi esi oso on de samija mfi no otwen no Gastiman osi akua ebi wo message nipa no a omo eba no emeka MPP aspirants no ebi wo good message ebi so ba wo mo ba temdidie pa wo mo de eba no wo mo nka hu na wo mo de wo sika be kire ye ne de ye mfa sika nye fu delegates no nye sika sem kura ye ni abre ayo yate yate Adom Yesu asan de abase BMW de akua obelu support wo de ma obi anka ne obeka bia minu ne minim ne se Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia enye ye ema no Adom Yesu so de yo de aba abatum no bibie homa no atum 030221 6561 ɛna 0302216562 betumi afrɛ na wadwenkyerɛ wode abadwumadie no so ebi so wadwenkyerɛ wobetumi de abadwumadie no so ma memfa frɛfo a odi kan. Hello Eja udin ni baby afrefre. Eja. Hello. Yo say do me entie o. Say do me etie wo.
Jim FM.
Ebian ka na ne mu asɛm a ɔka no korɛ ma atem bidie ma ndemo ɔno ne na yɛ nnuane mu pati bi pati yɛ nyɛ mu ɔno MPP mu anko ne mu kɔntum aba na mu nsa ko ya we no ɔfa yɛ nkɔ bia nti NDC deɛ edwuma pa yɛ bɔ ama ɔman gada ne ɔno ne yɛ to aso nti anyway tell dia ne ya na ye wa ye NDC anya wa ye nti e tell dia no be about it no papa ya ba ma
yeah that say do e wo de a ode aba ho. Hello eja ma fidie no nkɔ fam na board into asoma me eja good evening eja na hwani o na ani kule ebu bet ya sa no kule wo je ne de yan kule nu ba na aka na asemu yi o kasa ya wo ti wudin anu asende message wo di hey na kule wa ma kule kekam wo so wono wonto bet na kule no enti meba ayo enti kana anwene a na kire se ye wie amumu a na nti o be pekule ageka wa hu kwate kwa is your name is your crof. Hello eja udini baby afrefre eja ifo a na me Adom to asema me
Jim FM.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, ono na ye nta Ghana fo yina MPP ya ya ji se beto abano man ne mo no de mi kan se ma we ni na ye de se ye se ono no lidi na se kwa no se ni asi se betumi ya tumo ma atuma ni traffic e ma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na everyone ni kasa be she everyone sa atena mu ka se ase president do mama se ko bare opeso ko tete mu die oni na di NDC so mu ma di ni kura se ko ba se wo ye ma di se mu parliament na mu trans wo no mu kita majority ajinu se mu be sa di dia ye be ka che mu se mu kita majority wo parliament mu kita majority wo Ghana nyina ni sa di we ne trans ni nyina no e ye sa so fo ma wa pa abo atu ni ti oluma no wa pa abo atu ni ti onu no li di sa di ni
info oluma be na pa abo ya atu ni ti. Hello. Ako wa fa foforo bra na as won tehwe ne metia ye kun hello. Eja udin ni baby afrefre. Ye no ama boko de. Adom to asoma me.
Adom FM.
Yo, enu ama ode kakra ba, wa me ate ase se enye se MPP fo ankoto aba keke. Nipa dodo no a kane no na adwen se o hade me nkrofo nko a manfra se ya frafra. Mifri hamile a mabankran. Mifri bumpurugu yoyo a mabankran. Mifri nwene so namba 1 a mabankran. Enti no nipa na frafra eno ka ho but baby a waka no so mema owura musa da nkwa yi ano ansa na yakọ. Hello. Akọ wa free so. Hello. Eja udini baby afrefre. Pacho so kasa free. Yeji fo ho ya to asoma menu abema. Ai mate to asoma me. Yeah, we delegate. Ba wo hwe delegates na we ye ginu a mani hwe bra champo. Eyo obia wo baby ogina. Ohun be me che se won de ohwemu ogin nani fe nani a Brian e be wi ne. Hello. Hello. Eja odi ni baby afrefre. Hello. Yes. Bemena to aswe. Good evening. Oh. Good evening to asoma me. Yo, Chikata, a fan place for who ya to asoma me. And 1, 2, 3 up to 9. I am 9%, and that form. And several regions, no parliamentary candidate. Shocking result at the ban, Ghana Campo, but you may have done. Oh, so we are delegate to whom? We are delegate. You're delegate. As you, more. You, a friend, please, in say Eastern region, no. Yeah, that's it. Hello. 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 Eja udini baby afrefre ma me fa ntwa to. Good evening Eja. Akowa me yo akowa ti yo yedase o feedback awode ama yen se na se mo de ba ye no o ma aye ho adwuma ama no kan ne ha sei yedase wo de a wo de aba eho na eja musa dankwa ebi be kase o yanyini ebi so gidi ebi so ani abrepe o research no tie se oye no ekosi sen enti 22 unse MPP for after elections no omse committee aye hwehwemu reasons ntia moreye there be sheya yebo ayese chikata committee ya kwasibotwe committee ehyeya yebo ne ye de beboa party no be na maami ka se waye nhwehwemu bi ehuni ntia eye no krese MPP for dodo no a o ma nkoto aba na maami fa bele nwadie o se Dr. Muhammad Baumia any day future and hope for MPP to a delegate so monto manager to asoma me
ya nhwehemu very thoroughly omwa MPP for say o ma to aba na ma wo no omo check omo vote omo nya 2020 any day omo nya 2024 and omo say do ameto aba no ama wo
Sa comparison no no omoye.
Omoye na nkofo no omoye MPP for. Entisa.
Okay.
In the 2024 elections, Omam Betwaba, but Omotumanado in 2020 elections. 48% MPP4. 19% NDC4. NDC Otumanado 2020. Oman Toma MPP Bium. About some 19%.
Okay. Oman to amend this so.
Oman Kotaba no Omutina fee. But Omutumanado in 2020. Omamba. So that gap no MP4 can and yet MPP4 kwana no vote no munya no and yet MPP vote and a gun of full vote.
NDC deal with MPP deal.
Absolutely. Say Esotia, I don't say MPP4. 27% a floating voters are Omutumanado. But 2024 Oman to about Omutina fee. And 7% a CPP4 parting getting kitchen are almost 2020 are Oman Mabetua Banukra. So what they are saying is not true.
Okay. Okay.
But to me, Casa Mama vote no near and NDC for Unqua. The next year, so tiak because NDC for Oman Kotuabano. No. So the logic and I'm going to use the argument I think is hugely flawed.
Yadasi won shemu a wodi amaye ho na government WhatsApp group no is do ato so ana
me kwabna
na ye ba sa ye do betu so bi na so
oh yeah menya link no let me see menya government official and Oman can't the purpose for which normally from group or some catch them say oh, this is the group, this is the purpose of the group. There was nothing like that. Me hand say link number me share me click it and say some of the people were on the link, no. And I said, no, I'm not going to be.
CSOs Nampa.
Including MPP for MPP.
MPP, CSOs.
There be MPP politicians.
Was
yes. So, we just join. And now you see, me WhatsApp, no.
But I saw join any WhatsApp group. The reason for creating the group, no.
They don't tell you.
But you see, for clarification.
So me what's happening? You can't add me to any group.
What's setting aside?
You must ask me permission. You must say, okay, didn't know from this group no. Say talk someone I'll join and talk maybe. So why should I go join government WhatsApp group? Me buy nipa. I think you let me offer them a bit of advice. Share what they should have done. If the purpose of it is to really have a conversation around the CSO and see what they think, what they say, or certain things.
Because so he say, oh, we be they
didn't think well. What they should have done, they say, call all the CSOs, maybe CSOs in environmental sector, CSOs in education, all the CSOs group. So, if I say more forming WhatsApp group to discuss issues around your sector. But in the government, no, there was somebody in charge of mining and our environment. Now, what they know, so that obeti the moka, so that the group no is not managed by government.
But with the government name, and
that was the silly mistake they made.
It's Ibrahim pay you free.
So say okay, Imani more governance CSO. Imani and the governance CSO no more form WhatsApp group. In the Abano we have government advisor on these issues. More to somebody so that he will be there to listen to your discussion and bring government feedback. So and more na more established here. Yes, the CSOs established it and you put your person on it.
But were you surprised to find a MPP4 bisa or more?
No, I didn't know the purpose, so I couldn't say they were wrong. Maybe almost no, they didn't stop the WhatsApp to not to be added automatically. So when you say now, the back too late.
Okay. My minna was it. The mistakes are a politicians say, send your work and say, and your government and was so manage yet your mayimu, and party back when no nature say, if you TV so near church to say classroom, nature say, bebre nti edu se omu ko say na mo draw attention.
They have learned a very bitter lesson from this one.
Say mo draw attention na so mo be so mu e de a ye be hwe na ye besi e da se agya dankwa ye be san twetwe nkomo bio before a election no adu nti minim se ba ko beba me da se anwumre na Augustus edu o se bi wa me hwe mo free United Kingdom na Kennedy akompreko e na ekro na agya dankwa me gidi se edru baby e was ukoye bi wa menone because as Kennedy Japan ne fans no wa menone pa brozifo no a yesi e mo omani abere no ne fans no e wo menone pa abusua me dimbesi ana madamase ame famo esia na me na mase anwumre papa wo a wo de wa dwenkyere ba ye say ye Facebook say ye YouTube me da wase ko bi owusu ansa me da wase